Now we are.
What's up, Don?
What's going on?
How was your week?
Tuesday? It's better now.
Better now. It's going to be a lot better soon.
Yeah.
So today we have a bunch of famous New Trail people in the room and one infamous chef from Lycoming County and Clinton County who
Really the Tri-County area.
the Tri-County area that may or may not cook us some gourmet shit tonight, which would be pretty cool, Richie.
I'm here for that.
We're always hungry after.
I'm down.
Always hungry after a good show.
When you go Tri-County, what's the third county you're tossing in there?
I'm not sure.
Whichever other one he's in at the time.
So, Sullivan? Can we throw a little Sullivan County in?
Oh yeah, we
Tri-County?
can Sullivan for sure.
Some mountain folk. Yeah.
So it's been about a week now, right? Since we were on.
Yep.
The Cigar Lounge is coming around great. We have a New Trail banner in the background, another little sign, bourbon and bullshit area, which is pretty cool. And a lot of things are changing, shaking and rolling and moving. Damn. So Richie, it's been kind of busy for you.
Busy? Okay.
How's it going up there?
Oh, it's going.
Yeah. Any news? Any new stuff to talk about?
No, I need some new horizons, I guess.
New Horizons.
Yeah.
That's part of this show.
Yeah.
New Horizons.
New horizons.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We haven't tried that yet.
That we should have brought that.
They had a great tenure, I think. The new horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be cool. And we have Alex, who is not mic'd up or anything. He's gonna help us potentially. He'll be there and hanging out and talking, and we'll bust his chops a little bit.
Yeah.
We
I think when I bomb, he's gonna grab the mic. That's the plan.
Yeah.
When Donnie gives me the sign, he's like, "No, guy, you're done."
Guy's got a good plan going then.
Yeah.
Guy, how long have you been with New Trail?
Just over a year now.
Over a year. I thought it was longer than that.
No.
I thought it was
Okay.
a month.
Yeah. Dude, time flies. Yeah.
And Alex is really fresh blood, right?
Yeah.
Fresh meat.
2 days for
2
Alex.
days.
2 days.
What?
Alex is our West Virginia native, right?
West Virginia native.
Works in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Came
Wow.
over from Steel City Wholesaler.
Yes, sir.
Not
Where
even-
at in West Virginia?
Charleston area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whitewater rafting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You look like a rafter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Flanneled out and all.
He's not a Yinzer though.
No,
Not a Yinzer.
he's from West Virginia. That's why. Yeah.
He's a mountaineer.
Oh, you don't like that word? My bad, dude.
I hate
throwing
that
it around.
word too.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'll take the mic up. Done already.
All right. So, Don, what are we drinking tonight, dude?
Yeah, so we have Baker's, which is a Jim Beam product. Baker's is always single barrel and always over 7 years old. This one's pretty special. This one was barreled in 2014, and in the middle of COVID, they couldn't get their glass bottles because there was a glass shortage just all across the industries. So this one was actually in the barrel for 8 years and a month, 1 extra year, and it's always 107 proof.
Wow.
And when you go tour Jim Beam, the tour guides will tell you that this is the staff favorite down there.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can't wait to try it.
Nice.
Let's see if Don can do this without.
Not the first one.
So, as the amateur person on the group here tonight, can I ask a lot of dumb questions? Can we do it that way?
Yeah.
All right. So, is it true that local distillers have to start out with clear spirits just because it takes time to make bourbons and everything like that?
Yeah.
So, if a new place opens up, you're gonna expect vodkas and gins and stuff.
Yeah, I think what's the minimum's 2 years to actually call it bourbon.
This Alex.
So when they start up, you can buy a barrel from somebody else and call it bourbon, but it won't be yours.
Okay.
And then,
Thank
a
you.
lot of them, they start out making a lot of more vodkas, gins, clear spirits.
That stuff's just easier to make.
Okay.
Vodka.
Makes a lot of sense. And Don and I have a theory. There's a lot of rules that go into making bourbons, but man, I'll tell you what, there's no doubt that somewhere in the process, they throw a lot of different spices and stuff in there and just kind of give those different tastes. I'm convinced of it.
Some of them, maybe. Not this. I mean, when we pull stouts out of barrels, we use really good stuff. Elijah Craig, Maker's Mark, Basil Hayden, like whatever's available, we pick the best ones we can find. And when we pull our stout out, they always come out with like coconut character. And it's all pulling out of the wood tannins and stuff. And there's just so much locked away in there that you can get a hold of. And ours beer always comes out coconut.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's interesting. So what do we got on the nose, guys? Richie.
It's a little harsh.
It is
What proof is it?
107.
107.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's strong.
I have a feeling this is going to be real surprising to us. I don't think it's going to taste as
Right.
strong as it smells. I think it's also going to air off a little bit too.
Maybe mainly vanilla there.
Yeah, we're using a different glass, which has a little bit of a smaller nose. So it's really concentrating the ethanol vapors up into there, but trying to get them out.
I mean, I smell some cherry. I definitely smell some. Yeah.
What do you think, Alex?
Little cherry.
You smell the cherry?
Yeah, I think I smell that.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy Tuesday.
Hey, thanks for having us here.
Thanks for coming on. Pretty smooth.
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's got
You're
some
right.
like brighter cherry to it too.
Definitely not as harsh as I thought it was going to be either.
Yeah.
Baker's is always single barrel. I don't think I said that either. So it's always single barrel, 107 proof, at least 7 years old. So single barrel, you never really know what you're going to get every time you open up a Baker's. This is the first one I've had that's so cherry forward, I think.
I have a
Well, I
question.
wasn't the only one, right?
I know. So Booker's is single barrel, but every barrel is a different proof. How do they get the same proof in every barrel?
That's a great question. I mean, I guess they're going high and watering it back to 107.
Must.
Booker's is always small batch,
Hmm.
and then 4 different batches every year.
Then that's why it's always a different proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's uncut, no water. So whatever it comes out at,
Right.
yeah, they're
Gotcha.
watering this back to 107. So it's probably coming out of barrel like 130.
So do you think they have that set 107, or do you think they water back until they get the flavor profile they want
Yeah,
and
you
then
have
call
to,
it at it?
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
At what proof do you go blind? Does anybody know the answer to
No.
that? I mean, I'm just curious.
I think that's just more to do with what
Back in West
methanol.
Virginia, it was
Yeah,
like
seriously,
Oh,
that's
West
what
Virginia would
West
fucking know. Yeah.
160s.
160. Okay, we'll take it. 160, 165.
Yeah.
All right.
151.
What happened to your grandfather? I mean, he should be able to
I
tell
don't
us.
talk about
Popcorn was your grandfather?
Listen, I was shot at in West Virginia, going
Oh,
up
right.
doing some right away work,
Yeah.
and I drove up
Was that my
this.
cousin Billy? who did
It
it?
could have been. I think his name was Billy. I swear to God, I think his name was Billy. Old man beard, kind of like guy here, without the mullet, without the. Wait, what? So Billy went into this club earlier tonight. This is a true story, and I got to tell it. And it's funny as shit. So he goes into this club, and it's it was. What kind of place is it? It's like it's a bar, right?
Yeah. Tonight, you talking about tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we throwing the bars out there, or are we keeping
No, we probably shouldn't.
it?
No, we won't.
A spot in Newberry.
Okay, a spot in Newberry. Do they have New Trail?
They will.
They will.
They will
Okay, so you guys
after-
landed it
Oh, yeah.
because of your mullet, right?
I'm guessing it was the customer interaction. They're probably like, all right, this guy's legit. Like he's here.
So he has what was referred to as a black man's mullet
Yeah.
in the bar. Like you do have that Deion Sanders style haircut back in the football
Yeah.
day, right?
Yeah. I got dabbed up and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good on you.
I think it helped me sell the beer, honestly. There was like a stretch where I wasn't super effective, and it's when my mullet was like cut. And now that it's getting back, you're like, oh yeah, I do like buying beer from this
Buy
guy.
anything from this guy.
I mean, you don't want to say no to him. That's for sure. You out, okay? No problem.
But yeah, no, that was a highlight. That was a highlight of the day for sure.
That's pretty cool. I mean, listen, we're all here. We all love all the people and get along with so many different people. And it doesn't matter. It's all good fun, good humor. And yeah,
Yeah, for sure. The other highlight was Alex getting challenged to a drag race,
Mhm.
and we saw that coming from a mile away. So I don't know, Alex, if you want to hop in and like tell that story.
Yeah. Sure.
like a legit drag work.
Yeah.
Right?
Kind of, yeah. Just like I'll tell a story.
And what kind of car do you have? A Pinto?
Yeah. Yeah. A gremlin.
A Gremlin?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
gremlin.
It was like Fast and the Furious kind of situation. You know what I mean? He's in his Charger. We're in this parking lot in Newberry, and this guy like in a like I feel like it had like the underlights of like a Fast and Furious type,
Yeah,
like
he
tricked out all the things.
wanted to be Dom Toretto pretty bad.
Yeah, and he pulls into the parking lot. I think only because he saw his car. I'm not sure. I can't confirm that, but he did leave the parking lot immediately after we left and followed us. But he pulls in. I'm like, dude, Alex, I think this guy wants to race you. Just joking. And then he literally stops, opens his driver's side door, and he's like, hey, how fast is your car? Like, this is true story. Like, dude,
Not fast.
yeah. Alex was like, not fast at all. Not fast at all. Not racing.
No
Like-
title on the line.
Yeah.
Where's the closest place you could race in Newberry?
We're gonna go down the little strip next to the Little League fields, next to the brewery,
I don't know.
to the bridge or whatever, to the river.
I guess.
I mean, you'd
Race
have
to
to go to
the
like
bridge.
Little League Boulevard to be the
50
closest,
miles an
right?
hour.
It was a fun day.
Sounds fun.
So who won?
Yeah, exactly. We won because he had to stop at a red light. He was following us. He ran a yellow light. He ran a red light to get away. He was anxious. Alex was like, "This guy's following me. Like, what are we doing?" It's like, punch it.
Punch it.
Yeah.
I think that's what people say in like racing movies. I don't know.
Shout out to our sponsor, New Trail Crisp Lager. Cheers.
Some good stuff, right?
It is great. It's like the only beer I drink anymore, to be honest with you. State Light every now and then, but
Yeah.
I tried that peach stuff. I haven't seen it around often. I think Wegmans still has it. If anybody wants to go get the
know
New
guys
Trail
back.
peach,
Does Wegmans still have it?
I thought so, guy. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. A little bit, just a limited supply because it's going so fast.
yeah. There's one little rack left,
You might
maybe.
find, yeah, you might find
20
someone to
cases.
get there.
No comment on the New Trail Peach. No comment right here.
Yeah, no comment. No comment.
Well, did they launch or drop the lime yet?
Yeah, so we had some out in the tasting room this week, sold out pretty quickly. So we're canning up some more, but just putting it out to get some feelers from local people who do
Yeah.
our stuff, and then down the line probably be out wider than that.
So it was good. I liked it.
Mhm.
I tried it. It was good. I think you could use a little more lime in it, you know, critiquing it.
Yeah.
I'm no master brewer or anything, but I love tasting the lime. But it was really good. It had a
Yeah,
great
it's good.
taste to it.
It's good for the summer.
Oh, it's going to be great for the summer.
Yeah.
You guys better like stock up on that.
We having a Cinco de Mayo party over here?
Sure.
Sweet.
Is it just cans or?
Yeah, it'll be draft.
Yeah, I'll
too,
have draft
eventually.
too.
But right now
Draft
it's just
too.
cans.
What was your tagline in your post, Donnie? No assembly
Yeah, no
required?
assembly required.
That's
Did-
good,
did
man.
it for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What was your tagline for the peach? Oh, it's the Peach Bowl thing, right?
Yeah.
It was because of Penn State. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. Did Penn State win that?
No.
Okay.
No.
It kind of makes sense. Adds up.
It's our fault? Is that what you're saying?
I think maybe it is.
Am I allowed to say that, Donnie? Am I fired already?
Yeah.
No, but we'll fire Alex. He's
Just moving my mouth. Alex is the one talking. He's like saying it.
He's thinking it though. We know it. We see it. So Richie, New Horizons, like anything going? Like I'm coming back to it. I want to hear some bullshit.
Really?
Did you have a last day up at Haywood's?
Yes.
What is it?
It's already done.
The last day's done?
done.
I missed your last
It's the
day.
party.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm currently getting my CDL, so
Nice. You're gonna do long haul gourmet dinners. I don't think you can go wrong with that.
53-foot buffet.
53-foot buffet
there you go.
in a reefer
Uh-huh.
that gives off heat, right?
Right.
There's got to be heated.
I could drive
Trailers.
anything, reefer or whatever.
Can we get some
Yeah.
neutral on your truck?
There you go.
Why not?
I'll put some stickers on there or
There
something.
you go.
I honestly think I have a seat for you downstairs in the kitchen if you want to talk a
Oh,
little later.
well, I'll do a tryout.
Yeah, it's a working interview.
It is a working interview.
Yeah, I'll do a tryout.
We want your karaoke guy up here too. We haven't heard
Did
back
you
from him.
talk to him?
I tried to. I called him. I texted him, but haven't heard anything.
He's depressed over the whole thing.
What's his name? JT?
TJ.
TJ, you got to call us.
TJ.
Call me now. We'll put you on the show
Come
if you
on,
want.
call us right now.
Yeah, come on. We could hook your whole setup here and start singing karaoke. Dude, Richie sings what the AC/DC.
Yeah.
I could see that. I had him nailed for that right from the beginning.
Amazing.
Out of here.
Yeah, Thunderstruck. I see it.
It's
the thrill.
crazy.
What's that?
Shoot the thrill.
Shoot through. That's the one.
He hits
very
those high
easy.
notes like
Listen, we had
Anybody.
some good times together at karaoke. This dude can rock Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. Well, you call you whatever. I mean, he's very good. Very
So-
entertaining.
Prove it.
the
Yeah,
last
Tomorrow we'll prove it.
the last live band karaoke at the Sidebar that we had last month, or in February, earlier in
Just-
February.
Week ago. Great Valley.
No, before live band.
Yeah, who hosted it?
No, it was Daniel Miles.
Okay.
Daniel Miles, he does all the live band karaoke's. So it wasn't the open mic. Great Valley did the
mic was
open
Great
mic.
Valley,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we had the the live band karaoke, and it's the first time I did the Piano Man. And I brought my harmonica out, and they're like, everybody's kind of like laughing. And I get up there and I'm like, wah, 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 wah. And everybody just stood up. There was only like, 25 people in there, but still I felt like a rock star, right? And they come up to the stage and I'm
They were
like,
already standing.
it's 5:00 on Saturday. And everybody's like, holy shit, I didn't know you could sing and play the harmonica like this.
So are you doing live band karaoke at which bar?
It's a sidebar.
You're doing it.
We do it once a month.
Well,
we-
I knew that, but
Yeah.
last time I was there, you were over here, but now you're doing it at the sidebar.
Sidebar. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we do the live band at the sidebar. You get up on stage. They will play any song. They picked Bohemian Rhapsody, somebody requested, and they literally stood up on stage for 5 minutes, learned the whole song, and played it.
That's awesome.
That amazing.
That has to improve. That has to increase their skill level too. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
doing
totally.
that stuff on the fly, they have to be getting. I mean, not that they're bad, but
No, these guys kick
I don't know.
ass.
I was there.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the Temple of the Dog the one time.
Yeah.
Hunger Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. What the hell is that song? We'll come back to it.
We will
Circle back.
circle back around to that one.
The
Roger that.
I've done karaoke once.
creep. I'm a creep. What's that?
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
They're perfect at that one. They
I
know
did-
that one really well.
I did
Yeah.
David Bowie. Did you ever see Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dance Magic Dance. So the craft brand manager from Wilsbach, we were down at a beer conference in Philadelphia, and he did David Bowie, and I did all the goblin voices, and we slayed.
That's
So if,
how-
if you've actually like watched that movie, like there's all these different like goblin sayings throughout the song, and I just was on the second mic like nailing those,
Mhm.
and then he was crushing the Bowie parts.
it's all
It was
adds
sick.
up.
It definitely does. Definitely does.
But-
Well, the end of March 20 something, after St. Patty's Day, I want to say the 26th or the 23rd, somewhere around there, we have the next live band karaoke. We have a cash prize. It's $100 cash prize to the winner. That's given by. Do we split that? Yeah. So I give it. Don gives it. There's no legal ramifications then, and it's a blast. We have so much fun, and I will play the Piano Man again. Oh my gosh! And then I got up there for this Tom Petty song that has a harmonica. Never played it before.
Mhm.
Like I'm a natural at a harmonica.
And
It's
you're
really
saying,
weird.
And you're saying you didn't win.
I'm not allowed to.
Okay.
I
But
can't
you
win one. I would have won every single one.
The crowd probably protested too. No, you should win. We're the best.
Listen,
Keep it.
there were bras being thrown on stage, jock straps, like everything. It was all coming up at me. I even a couple shoes. I didn't understand that, but
I think that's a negative review.
it might be. It might be.
That's a little political.
Oh, it's because of my dad,
There you go. That won't happen again.
for sure. Okay, so what's happening here, Don? It's opening up a little bit.
Yeah, now it's just like brown sugar on the nose, right?
Yeah, it is.
and vanilla back.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm just gonna smell whatever you're telling me with this as like an amateur. I like get like heat, and then like whatever you're
The
mentioning.
heat's almost gone at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine was
Used to
just.
it's definitely a
It's
little
just-
peppery though.
I don't know.
I think Alex, his was short.
Alex
Mine-
is another
mine
one. Yeah,
was
you got a
just-
small pour.
This is pretty good. I like it for
Yeah,
a
I mean-
107.
I've been through 6 bottles of Baker's, and they're always really brown sugar heavy. They've got that classic like peanut character from Jim Beam, but I'm not getting that yet.
No, not at all. I thought we'd taste a little more of that, to be honest with you. It's pretty cool. It's a good story.
Mhm.
What was the one we had last week? I can't remember what we had last week.
Where were we here? We had Calumet. Was that the
Mm.
last one?
It was that rated pretty high with the cigar
Yeah,
too.
it was a good one.
Were we in the 8s with that?
Mhm.
So that's a good time to introduce the
That's where
cigar.
we're at. We're all going to do a number on this.
So what we do is we rate the bourbon. We don't rate the cigar because every cigar is rated, but we rate the pairing. So you and I, because we're the only two smoking, will rate the pairing, but we'll talk about the cigar.
Together.
Yeah, and then we'll all go around and we'll rate the bourbon, and then we'll rate the pairing. Tonight we have another Alec Bradley cigar, a Tempus, and this is the Nicaragua. So the unique thing about this one is that, I mean, it's a mild, it's a medium cigar. It's not dark. I wanted to get something a little more heavy for this 107, but it's all Nicaraguan. The filler, the wrapper, the binder, everything, and it's got a 90 rating in 2017. I can't find that it's been rated before that or after that. It's interesting already. It's definitely very earthy.
I forgot to say why we picked a 107 because I asked Guy to tell me what his 3 favorite bourbons are, and he told me 280 proofs and an Irish whiskey. So I said, "All right, we're gonna get a little bit higher." than
We
that."
definitely need.
What are your 3 favorites?
What's that?
What are your 3 favorites?
Basil. I said. Well, actually, what I said was whatever is in front of me, and then I said whatever I can get with a friend. I think, and then whatever
Yeah, send me
a stranger
text.
says or something like that.
Text.
Yeah, like I always do, sporadic, like
Yeah.
broken up text messages.
And then you're like, "And Jameson,"
Yeah, Jameson. I think.
and you're like, "And Buffalo Trace, I think is pretty good."
Yeah, I'm such an amateur. It's like
Like,
I'm still learning and,
it's a
and
good
getting
place to
into
start.
it. But
We had a introductory episode a little while ago, and we went with basil.
nice.
Richie, what are you smelling there on this?
It's very neutral, like all these Alec Bradleys. They're very middle of the road, and most of them they all cover a wide palette. They're like everyone should, everybody likes these cigars because they're just smokable. They're not harsh. They're not flavorless. They're just the majority of them are middle of the road and just very smokable.
Yeah,
All the Alec Bradleys
for sure.
that
Alec-
I've smoked.
Alec and Bradley, the two young men, they're in their 30s, right? Mid 30s now, I guess. Really have a good thing going. Like I like every one of their cigars. Their Gatekeeper is one of my favorites. We had Congressman Muser up here the other night with his entourage, including the fellow that drives for him a lot, Matt, is the mayor of Tamaqua. And so he was here and a couple representatives. And we had a blast. David Rao, Jamie Flick. And it was, I gave them all Gatekeepers. And like Matt took a hold of it. And so Congressman Muser is the vice chair of the cigar committee, National Cigar Committee at the Congress. So he's very familiar with cigars. And we had the Gatekeepers. They were shocked. Like they never had a Gatekeeper before. And that's got to be, I swear to God, one of my favorite cigars. It's such a good cigar. But you're right, Richie. They're very inexpensive. They're very middle of the road as far as that. But man, they put some thought into their leaves, their tobacco, everything about them.
Alex, do you smoke?
Not a lot. Every once in a while.
I think you've had a Tempus on the show before, but it wasn't the 100% Nicaraguan. I
Right.
think it had like a black label on it.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and see. We might have had 2 Tempus cigars, to be honest with you.
Well, you know how big Pennsylvania was in tobacco industry back in the day.
And whiskey.
They still grow a lot in this region. And I was smoking a cigar one day, and a guy came up to me and said, you know, he was an old dude. Said, "You like cigars?" "Yeah." He said, "Well, they grow a lot of tobacco on my farm. I'll bring you one sometime with our tobacco here from Pennsylvania." Well, the guy never came, but sometime we should get something from Pennsylvania, fresh. Well, not fresh, obviously, but rolled right here from somewhere, tobacco right from the region here. That'd be cool.
We definitely have
That'd be really neat.
quite a few friends in Amish land. Amos and Samuel could probably, I mean, Samuel smokes his own cigars every day.
There you go.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's like he definitely has some.
That'd
We
be
haven't had him on.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Somebody
that would
told
be
me this
awesome.
before. I'm sure it was Richie, but that's super cool. So we just got some bottles to go perfectly with that.
Yeah.
Overholt,
You allowed to talk about it?
yeah. Overholt is rye whiskey,
Mm.
and it's owned by I think Buffalo Trace. If not, it's Jim Beam. But I think it's Buffalo. But it's their rye, and it still says like Pennsylvania born and Kentucky made. Overholt's one of the oldest continuously produced whiskeys in the country. They just moved it down to Kentucky. But there's a new one called Monongahela where they took a whole bunch of corn grown in Pennsylvania
Mhm.
and made whiskey out of it. Because Overholt now is a Kentucky rye whiskey. It's got a lot of corn in it. But when Pennsylvania was making rye whiskey, there was no corn. It was all barley and rye.
Yeah.
So they went back to a traditional mash bill and Pennsylvania corn and made this thing
How do we
in
get
Kentucky
that?
with
How-
Kentucky water. I got them ready.
It's not available in liquor stores.
It just came out. Yeah, finally.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it pop up and I grabbed them.
So that would be definitely great
Yeah.
to bring in some homegrown
Mm-hmm.
cigars from PA.
Sounds perfect.
Well, I'll have to call him up and get it done
Mhm.
for sure. Maybe we could bring him up to roll
That'd be great.
them. That would be pretty
That'd
cool.
be pretty cool. Yeah, for sure.
I know Samuel and Amos are not on Facebook, so they're not listening right now, but I will drop them a line tomorrow and see what we could do. But that would be a great show with a couple homegrown cigars or PA grown cigars, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Good idea, Richie. You're back for that one.
For sure.
Definitely.
That's
I'll
definitely
check
on
it.
your new horizon.
Yeah. I'll chalk that up.
Hmm. So it's definitely a real earthy tobacco. Nicaraguan all the way for sure. Smooth, nutty. You can definitely taste the profiles coming out.
Just enough flavor to keep you interested, not to go over the edge.
Yeah. Agreed.
Great draw.
Yeah. I'm having a little trouble with mine, but
Mm.
I think as it goes down a little bit, it'll be a little better. We got these locally at a cigar shop. You can always attribute a little bit of, you know, the unpleasantries to how well they manage their humidors. This I think was about a $9 to $10 cigar. Here, the big cities, it's going to be 12 to 15 probably, depending on what shop you're in, what type of shop you're in, what city you're in. But again, Alec Bradley, like they nail it every time.
Mhm.
They have great cigars.
Every once in a while, I'm getting a little dank or diesel out of that. I don't know if you're tasting that, but
Just
Maybe a little bit.
what's dank?
Alex,
West Virginia dank.
here, Alex, real quick, and
Tends to be the color of his
When
of
he
his
said
flannel.
He said that it felt a little dirty.
Not skank.
Oh.
It's dank. A little icky, sticky icky.
Snoop Dogg would be a
It's
big
a
fan.
little funky.
No, it doesn't. I don't really taste a whole lot of that, but it's definitely a more earthy leaf.
Mhm.
Like it's very earthy. That's the only way to really describe this one.
It is.
Mhm. Nutty, earthy. I know in some of the reviews with this one it said cedar. I could almost a little bit. You got that sweeter,
Mhm.
taste on the back end. I didn't try my bourbon with it yet though.
Your glass
So now
is
it's
full.
time. Let's do it. You guys might need a little more. Richie definitely does.
Yeah.
I already.
I didn't know if I finished mine. I got more. I thought I was like rationing it for
You only
the
get one.
time.
Oh, Jim. Whoa.
It's kind of funny. It doesn't really change like some of the other ones do.
Alex is down there thirsty. My bad.
That's all right. I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I take that back. It gets real sweet on the back end of it.
The cigar.
Once you take a sip and then take your cigar, take a couple puffs, it's really, really sweet. It's bringing out all the sweetness
So whiskey's got
in this
sweeter.
bourbon and the cigar.
It's almost got like a vanilla ice cream with like chocolate syrup on it right now.
I tell you what, we're kind of tasting the same thing here. I think the pairing is going to be better than the rating on the cigar on this one.
Mhm.
That's how I'm feeling with it. Definitely how I'm feeling with it. So Don, what's new at New Trail? What all do you got coming out? You got the lime. We have live band karaoke. We had a couple great bands here. New Trail supports all the musicians at the sidebar. So they get, their New Trail when they're here. We treat them good on the food. We get some real good musicians here. And they all appreciate New Trail too,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
We support your local thirsty artists.
Yes. Don's a man of
they're-
many
If
slogans.
they're
dude.
starving, I can't help them. If they're thirsty.
That's where Richie comes in, the traveling gourmet chef.
Tracking the area.
We should do a night.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll set it up.
I'm not busy. Let's pick a night.
Okay.
Sell tickets to that one.
Yeah. For sure.
Have you ever experienced bands that don't drink?
Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple
Yeah.
like that won't drink a lot. They're the traveling bands mostly. They're driving up from
Mhm.
Philly, New York, heading down to Baltimore or something. They're just coming through. They have 2 vans full of people and equipment. So they're not really here to party. And a lot of the bands, I'll tell you, really keep it on the DL.
Mhm.
They're not up there
They're very
drinking a
responsible.
ton,
Yeah.
super responsible.
Mhm.
And we try to keep them responsible as
Other than
well.
a couple.
Other than there's definitely a couple that get a
Always
little
are.
carried
We
away.
don't know
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
Don't
it's
mention no
we
names.
won't. But it's fun to see all the different personalities of the bands,
Mhm.
hear the different music. A lot of the bands, some of them are into weed. They don't want to drink.
Mhm.
They smoke a little herb. They get up there, they play, they jam, they roll. They eat more than they drink for sure. For good reasons.
Mhm. You've got one that has to be home by 10, or the
Mhm.
wives will kill him.
11.
11.
Yeah. They pack up, they're out of here at 11 every time. They have to be home by midnight because the wives would just be like, it's not good. And I don't want the wives on our bad side. I appreciate it too. They have families, they have kids.
Yep.
I was there, I've done that. I probably would have stayed out and partied,
Mhm.
but I respect it.
So the non-thirsty artists are the ones that get home. The
Yeah.
thirsty artists hang around a little bit.
The non-thirsty are, or the ones that got to get home
Oh, the
are
non-thirsty.
thirsty
They're the
too.
non- oh,
No,
they're-
they're thirsty too.
Everybody's thirsty.
They have a time limit. I know. I don't want to say they get it in because they don't. Like it's not like that, but you definitely stay thirsty, my friend. What do you got, Don?
You know, usually these bottles, they kind of evolve as you go down, but this pour smells exactly like the first one.
It tastes exactly the same. The
Have
cigar.
you ever done anything besides bourbon?
We've had some rye. I don't think we've had American whiskey yet.
We haven't had American. We haven't had any Scotch. We have a couple people, Scotch drinkers, that want to come on and do it, and we'll do it. But we've been focused primarily on bourbon,
Mhm.
and I think that's what we'll keep it as too.
Bourbon, yeah, and Kentucky rye because it's almost the
Yeah.
same damn thing anymore.
We accidentally had a Texas bourbon on the other week.
Uh-huh.
We
we've had a couple Indianas because
Oh, we have. You're right. You're right.
Some good
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, they do for sure. And we'll welcome it. We'll welcome any bourbon. We got Wyoming that I'd love to get on the show.
We have two Wyoming.
We do. And I have the third that
That's
Vince
a-
DeSalvo got us that he should come on the show. And
That's a triple episode.
Vince and Tate
Yeah.
should come on and do that Wyoming. So they have a Wyoming that was only done single barrel for Wyoming residents.
Mhm.
We got a bottle of that.
Mhm.
So that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And it's supposed to be like the best one they did.
They do good work. Sabrina was out there going to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons, and she has a friend out there who she met up with, and she's like, "Let's go see my boyfriend." And they go to Wyoming Distillery, and he works there, and he's like one of the managers and stuff. And Sabrina's like, "What bottles do you want?" And I was like, "I don't know, something special." And I looked through the site, sent her like 2 or 3, and he's like, "We're out of those, but I love your taste." And he sent her home with one of the Grand Tetons number 3, like named after that range. So I assume it's pretty good. It's right in their
Super
backyard.
cool.
Nice.
So we have 3.
Yeah.
We have a trilogy to do.
And your other one is airport duty free only in Wyoming, I think.
I don't know. Vince would know more. I have it. I read it. I don't recall exactly what it was, but it was a very special
Yeah.
Wyoming
So
bottle.
all 3 should be good.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Mhm.
And then we still didn't start the tour.
Right. We keep teasing it.
We have to do it. But it's going to wait till I get back from Dew Tour though. Yeah.
When do you leave?
I leave Sunday. We should do a remote show. We haven't done one yet.
We tried.
We did. But this time I'm out there for Dew Tour.
Where is it?
It's in Colorado, Copper Mountain. So I'm going to be, I have like a huge venue this year. So I'm doing the uphill and I have help finally. And I don't mean finally. I didn't mean to insult anybody out there. I can handle whatever you guys throw at me. But I did ask for help because uphill, you're there. You're the first
Radio
person on the
edit.
mountain, and you're the last one to go home. And I did it single by myself for 2 Dew Tours. And now I have a fellow Chris Smith coming out and helping me, which is great. He's a morning person. I'm a night person. So it's going to work out really well. And then I have my other venue is the Media Center, which is like a half mile away, which kind of sucks. I'll be walking back and forth and just making sure they're satisfied and stuff and everything. And then the whole conference area, not conference area, what do they call it? I don't know, the other center. It's 2 floors. All the ops offices are on the bottom floor. And then all the athletes staging, eating, all their pictures, green room, that's all on the 2nd floor. So it's a big spread out job for me this year, which is kind of cool. It's going to be fun.
I spent a weekend at Copper Mountain.
Did you?
Yeah, it was an incentive through like Blue Moon. Back when I was a wholesaler rep. It was sick. My wife and I went out there. The Miller Coors guy was Joe Cool, who like showed us around, and he was not cool.
He was.
I mean, he was like okay, but like he just got hammered and like got into a fight and like got kicked out. and like walked home in a blizzard like 10
happens.
miles. It was awesome. Yeah,
It
was
does
good.
happen.
But Copper Mountain was fire, man. That was so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We have a good time. And Pacifico, if anybody really cares to know, is the big sponsor for Dew Tour out there.
That makes sense.
It does. They're pretty good. We could have used a sponsor for some clothing for the ops teams and stuff, but I don't think. Yeah, right. I think anybody really picked it up this year. It's Dew Tour's 20th anniversary too, which is super cool.
Mhm.
We'll get it though.
Nice.
hmm
So like fill in Alex and I on like Dew Tour and like what that's all about.
So Dew Tour is Mountain Dew's X Games,
Okay.
right?
Sick.
So they have a summer Dew and a winter Dew. And summer has been in Des Moines the past couple years. Des Moines has the largest skateboarding park in the US. So they, as soon as they got that completed 2 or 3 years ago, they moved it out there. Prior to that, it was in Long Beach. And we would build a huge skate park in the parking lot of the Long Beach Conference Center.
That's sick.
Yeah, it would take months to build out and 3 days to jackhammer all the concrete out.
Right.
It was crazy amazing, right? And then Winter Dew Tour is skiing and snowboarding. They do a half pipe and then a street style this year. And they eliminated the slope style, which was, the big 3 triple jumps and just do crazy ass tricks and stuff.
Dude, that's
But,
awesome.
Yeah.
This one time I was doing a new trail event at Cell Block, slinging some state lights, and this dude that was there was part of this team that like sprayed concrete, and they
Uh-oh.
built like all these sick skate parks like in random areas, and like he was like just showing me all these videos of him just like taking this like fireman's hose and just like blasting concrete, and like he didn't strike me as an engineer. Like I wasn't like, oh, this guy like
Yeah.
definitely understands physics and like how to like set up like safety for people skating. But everything he built was like dope.
Yeah.
Like the dude was like the one doing it. Like,
They're just like, I'm gonna send this fucker to the moon.
yeah, right? I don't know if that's
No,
relatable or
so-
not, but like it was sick.
Did you see the one that he did in the person's backyard behind with all the trees around it?
Do you know the guy
I
I'm
do.
talking about? Oh, sick.
Yeah, so he just built the skate park up in Lock Haven
No way.
where Haywood's was. So his crew was down here, prancing around Williamsport and all the downtown bars. Can't
Yeah.
remember his name. Eludes me right now.
Younger guy, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
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 I don't
He
remember
looked like
his
he
name.
was from West Virginia too.
Yeah,
he was
he-
real rough around the edges and shit.
He fit it. He gravitated towards me, and that's how I know you're probably rough.
Understood.
Like
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
oh, this,
Yeah.
like, I'm
I
your
got a
people.
mullet.
It wasn't as good as you thought.
Oh,
No.
yeah. But he's the dude that was trying to do like the full like circle
Mhm.
like skate park thing too, where like you do the full loop. I'm not hip on like the skating terms, but like it's like a full like you try to like go through the whole loop,
A whole pipe.
whole pipe.
Whole bite?
Anyway, yeah, he was building that
A
stuff.
full pipe.
He was like shooting like concrete out of a hose. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's dangerous. Like if you don't hold it long enough, it'll like spin around and like break your limbs. I'm like, dang, dude, it's a lot.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, they did a
It's more
nice park up
responsibility
there.
than I expected. But, nice.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy summer dew a little more. I love snowboarding, but skateboarding was always my thing. Snowboarding was too, but
Mhm.
I love hanging out with NoHo and Lance Mountain and all them out there. It's a good time. Christian Soy.
You had fun in Idaho.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Iowa.
Iowa,
Mhm.
Des Moines. Had more fun in Long Beach. Long
Right.
Beach was a great venue and great town.
That's
All
awesome.
right. So Richie, what are you thinking about this cigar?
It's rated 90. I'm gonna rate it a 90.
So wait, it's rated a 90, but re-rate them
Mm.
from 1 to 10.
Well, this is right up my alley.
Yeah.
It's just middle of the road. Has a nice flavor. Unannoying, very smokable.
How's it smell to you guys?
Great.
Yeah, very, very round. Very.
Yeah,
There's no one flavor characteristic that stands
definitely
out.
earthy, like you said. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
could smoke this every day.
Yeah.
better than the Newberry smoke bars that are. So like, I don't know how that scales. Alex, I don't know. What do you think?
Virginia Slim.
It doesn't smell like West Virginia
I
Slims.
feel like I'm gonna get kicked out of every
red.
Newberry bar
Yeah.
for the comments that I've made tonight. But
Your
yeah.
wives are never gonna let you back in the house.
I don't know if they have Facebook, so you probably are.
Yeah, I might be okay. I might be okay.
Listen, I'll tell you what. We're gonna say the name because it's great. The Finish Line was always one of my favorite places. to
Yes.
go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love going there. They're great people. Had a great time. They used to have an amazing open mic. I don't know if they still do it or not. It hasn't gained as much traction as it did a couple years back. Finish Line, go there, love it. Glad they're putting new trail on too.
Yeah.
Super cool.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Just be
it is gonna be
careful of
awesome.
your brake shot if somebody's going to the bathroom.
I want to hear this story.
You know there's one.
It's tight in there. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Wait, do they have
Richie's
a pool
never,
table again?
Richie's never jumped the table.
They had a
They-
pool table, but it was
they-
like tipped up against the window.
Yeah.
I think when we
Oh,
were there. So
really?
it's like a-
Today?
yeah, they're
Well,
ready to go
They're in
soon.
the pool league and shit, so they
They
got
must roll it out. They rolled
Yeah.
out for.
Are they in the Mealy League?
the flexor, I believe.
Oh, Flexor. Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
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 I've never shot pool there. I don't think.
You shoot pool?
That's funny. I try.
Sorry.
Yo, Congressman Muser literally kicked my ass the other night.
Oh,
he was good. He's good. And it was funny. Like we had a great
He's
time.
actually chair of the congressional committee on billiards.
That's funny. Beard, cigars, and beer.
And ADF.
So Congressman Muser is gonna come on the show. He said, "I love it. I love everything you're doing. Like, let's do it next time I'm in town." So we're gonna have him and Matt, and probably Vince will come back, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Vince, I don't know if he's watching. He just gave me a bottle of Michter's bourbon for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. And we're getting that on the show.
Happy birthday!
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks.
Oh, we're gonna do that bottle. That would be great.
Maybe not for the music show, but we're getting Vince back soon, and we're doing that.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Mhm.
Super cool.
Nice.
So rating
The cigar or the bourbon?
the cigar.
What kind of number am I putting on it?
You know, I'm gonna tell you what. I'll go first if you want me to.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a lot of pressure.
you know,
That's a lot of pressure.
you're buying cigars, you see all these 90 this, 90 that.
It's
90 this.
always over 90.
Yeah, so all the best cigars are 90 plus. So all I can say is, yeah, it's 90 plus for me.
So we have to rate it literally 1 to 10.
Oh fuck, I didn't know
This
this.
is, gonna, this is
So,
gonna be a first on the show.
it's-
You don't rate. You
I-
don't rate.
where
them.
were the
No,
rules?
wait, what do we
One
do?
toke,
Or do we
everyone
rate the
knows the
bourbons?
rules.
When we walked-
Pairing.
No, wait, we rate the bourbons, not the cigars. My bad. Don, you got to rate the
You're going off
bourbon.
format.
Listen, I'm going off. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. It's a 90. Let's move on. Richie, I fucked up. I actually made a mockery of the whole show.
Now he's leaving.
You're like, I'm out. See you guys. I quit.
We'll finish this up for you.
All right. So anyway, it's a good cigar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don, let's rate the bourbon. Who do you want to start off?
I never start. Alex is gonna start.
You want me to
Alex
start?
is going to
I
start.
like that. I like Alex hopping in here.
I think
Spin that mic around.
Yeah.
I think I'd go a 7.6.
What do you like about it?
I mean, it was delicious.
That's enough said, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean,
What more can you ask?
it's right up my alley. It's not super harsh.
Yeah.
I like the vanilla and the cherry hints to it, but yeah, I mean, it's something that I could see myself sitting down and having a couple glasses of. So yeah.
Mhm.
You know what? 7.7. Feeling generous today.
He talked himself up. Guy.
All right. As like a complete amateur in bourbons, I'm gonna go. So atmosphere, I think, no matter how you are gonna rate anything,
Hell
whether
yeah.
it's beer or bourbon or
It's really
food.
gonna hurt the
No,
score.
yeah, I kind of hate all you guys. So, 3.2. You guys suck, so sorry that the bourbon got ruined. No, I'm having a good time. This is a great setting and a really beautiful space. I'm gonna say like 8.7. Yeah, it's great. Or should I do it as untapped ratings, Donnie? This is actually the greatest bourbon I've ever had in my entire life.
2 bottle caps.
3.5. The best bourbon I've ever had. Me and
the bane of my existence.
Dude, Untapped sucks. It sucks. We should do like a whole like conversation just on how bad Untapped is.
Wait
Anyway.
a minute, you have no idea how often they bug people.
Mhm.
They bother you
as a
lot?
bar owner.
I don't know who you're
it's-
talking about. What's Untapped?
Oh, you're talking about
No,
like
no.
making you a verified venue?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
such BS. But
Hey, we had 17 people from your place look at your beer. I'm like, you need to pay us money to get on Untapped.
so you hate Untapped too?
I don't hate them. It's just
Oh,
it
say
sounds
you
like
hate
you
Untapped.
hate
I was gonna say 9.1. If he hates Untapped,
Did you do it? Did you do it?
Tired.
I had 6 beers on tap.
Hmm.
I mean, doesn't make any sense for me to do something like that.
I think I remember doing this like maybe even pre-COVID or just after COVID.
Yeah, I think you're verified.
Are we
I
verified?
think so.
Ah, damn, there you go.
You're like, all right.
Listen, Amber handles all that stuff. She is the mastermind behind the bar. Like I can't.
I think it's customer based. I mean, everybody's on there posting stuff.
Mhm.
They try and get the bars to kick in to get more exposure, but
Yeah. They pitch you this thing that's like if you're within 50 miles and you're a verified venue, if someone opens Untapped, they're gonna say, go to the bar and
we're going
market.
there.
Yeah, and they have these beers.
yeah.
My problem with Untapped isn't the business model. I think it's like a brilliant idea. It's the users of Untapped are like the people that make everyone super
The
infuriated.
greatest beer of all time.
Like,
Let me
we,
give
uh,
2.2.
I worked for a previous brewery and we made a beer that was all pickles, and the label had a bunch of pickles on it.
Pickles?
Yeah, it's pickles, and the name is Pickles, and it's pickles. And we'd have people that's like, I don't like pickles.
Yeah.
1 star. And it's like, no, that's not what this. That's not how you rate stuff. Like, you know what I mean? If
The
you don't
best-
like pickles.
Best Pilsner I ever had, but I hate the style.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
bottle cap.
yeah, exactly.
So that
I
that
would have been that guy.
that does that does say a lot. So like we actually rate this on a scale from like based on the proof, based on the price, based on everything, right?
Yes, it's
So
about
like this is a 107.
$72 bottle.
This is a $72 bottle, 107, which is a little high for a 107, right? In this area at least, right? It's mid-range, let's
Yeah.
say, right?
But it's a single barrel with a lot of age.
Right. So it's average, I guess, the price for that. It's a good bottle.
Yeah, like Blanton's. Blanton's is what, 63, and it's
65.
lower proof.
Mhm.
I forget what the proof is, but it's lower, and it's
And Blanton's like 89 or something like that.
Yeah.
60.
Is that what it is?
No, you're right.
Yeah, 65 is what the cost is, but I
Mhm.
think it's
Oh, proof.
No
proof,
proof.
I think it's
yeah.
like 90.
It's low.
Yeah, I think it's right around 90. Yeah.
Let's throw a twist into this. Rate our ratings
Mhm.
and then rate it. Like,
Yeah.
how good did we do rating, and then what's
I want to hear. Wait. I want to hear.
Two bottle caps.
I want to hear Rich first. What's Richie say?
I didn't know
Did
we
you
were
even
supposed to
rate
do
it?
all that.
Yeah,
Did you throw a number out?
I think I threw 8.7.
He did 8.7.
Yeah.
So reefer truck. What do you got?
So
New Horizons.
I
You learned more
know
about it than I did.
I could sit here and drink this all night long,
We
but I prefer,
Ginger ale with it.
Yeah, I thought you had
a
some.
diet vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Old fashioned.
I like basil, Angel's Envy, along those lines. But I could definitely still sit here and drink this all night. I mean, if you take into consideration the alcohol content, it's still for me on this. I'm not aware of the rating system, but it's still like 7.8, 7.9 for me.
Mhm.
Definitely
Fair enough.
better than basil, but not as good as Angel's Envy.
Alex, did you factor in how much you had to pay for it in your rating?
I did it before, but now I guess I should.
It was still 0, right?
That's still 0. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say that overall, this is a real nice, smooth bourbon. It has very little complexity though. Like a lot of the other bourbons that we taste, 107s, 105 to 110, they have more complexity and they open up, they taste a lot better. They go really good. Like if you puff on any cigar, you're gonna taste a whole different taste. And right now, I'm not getting that. This is very simple. It's a single barrel. There's not a lot to it. You have a little caramel, you have a little vanilla, which go hand in hand. It opens up, you get a little more, you have another sip, 2 more fingers and it's going to go down smoother, right? Naturally. I mean, I think I'm going to give it like a 6.8, to be honest with you.
I feel better about my score now.
No,
I feel-
no, like,
I feel,
and
I feel worse about
but,
yeah.
but I'm saying that, and I might be being overcritical, but truth be told, like we've had a lot better 107 proofs.
Yeah. I'm gonna break the format too.
Oh man, this sounds bad. Did I just fuck up?
Yeah.
Now?
I mean, so this didn't change as we went through, and it's really viscous. It's got a lot of legs on the glass, and I think the more
He always comes up with shit that I never even thought to. You're right. Though. You still see it there.
yeah.
Still there?
Making things up. It's got legs.
I mean,
We like legs.
They are.
So
Man,
if you're gonna say legs, you
We're
gotta
throwing long
explain-
legs into it.
It's got
That's worth 2 points.
legs.
You gotta explain the legs
Yeah.
because I saw it on the bottle when we originally poured.
Yeah. So legs is like when you take a sip or when you pour from the bottle, the liquids cling into the glass, and then it's called legs because as it levels out, it kind of drips down in like these straight lines
Legs.
with gravity. That's legs. So because it's so viscous, I think is the reason it's not changing. Like we just popped this and drank the whole thing. We didn't give it a chance to really open up. Like I said, I've had probably 6 bottles of Baker's. They're single barrels, so they're all different. I try to get as many different age statements and barrel dates that I can just to try different ones. And I always get brown sugar, maple, vanilla, baking spice. I never get fruit character from Baker's. And this is so cherry forward that it's not what I expected. It's not what I want from my Baker's. So I'm not going to rate it because it's not what I expect the brand to be.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. You need to rate
I can't rate
it. No, you need to rate it. But I hear what you're saying too, right? I didn't mean to like scream into the mic. I'm sorry. So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
The cherry forward is definitely there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But it's like not a complex
Yeah.
form.
And-
There's nothing complex about it.
And
You have to rate this time.
to me, this
You cannot rate.
This is
You
not-
have to rate
I'll
this.
rate it. This is to me. This is not Baker's.
Give it a
Like,
5
If this had a
6.9.
different label on it, I'd be pretty happy with it. But it is really sweet, and I don't like sweet. I'm gonna be probably right at 7, ignoring the label, the price, everything else about it.
Fair enough. I think we're all really close except for
For me. Yeah, I'm kind of.
I was gonna say West Virginia, but you're right.
No, I was the one that was up. I'm in a little
A
group
little
that's
bit of power.
educating me on bourbon. I play
Yeah.
poker with these guys. Hopefully they'll see this and they'll be like, "Guy sucks. Like
Yeah.
he's not invited back. He doesn't know anything about bourbon."
Usually, I can average these in my head, but I can't average 5 numbers. I forget what Guy and Alex even said. So.
I think
But-
you throw me out. So you're like, "Guys, guy sucks."
Guy, here's
I
the
House
deal.
I
ruined
love
by
my guy.
newbies.
Guy's had an experience today. He's
Yeah,
been in a lot of
yeah.
smoking bars.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm
His
out.
opinion is invalid.
I'm also super optimistic. Like I told you, my favorite bourbons were like free,
Uh-huh.
available with friends,
Yeah.
and like so I'm checking those boxes before I'm like checking a critical box, which
Right.
is like, yeah, like I don't think I was gonna throw a rating out that was under 8.5.
Mhm.
Like, it just wasn't gonna happen. You guys treated me to a little treat here, so
Mhm.
I think you need this multiple times to figure out the rating system.
yeah, bring me back
For sure,
sometime.
for
Yeah,
sure.
get me back.
You definitely do. And like we've drank a lot of bourbons
Mhm.
on the show. I don't know how many we've done. Like we were talking about it, but and Don and I drank a lot of bourbons aside from this.
Mhm.
Like everyone we bring here is freshly cracked, right? And it's something special.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of time. He has a lot of time on it. It's like
Let me ask
sometimes him and I are polar opposites too.
You guys play poker?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you guys want to come out to a
Oh,
poker
I'm
night
sorry.
sometime?
I've never played poker before.
All right, I like that. No, you guys should. You talked about doing remote shows. You should come out to our poker night
All
sometime.
right, you're gonna have to teach me.
All right,
That's funny.
that's a hustle talk right there. If I've ever heard a hustle talk.
So
But,
Richie, we're gonna do the pairing because this is what we do. So the bourbon to me was a 7.8. I think it averages out at what do you want to average it out at? 7.2.
Yeah, about 7.2, 7.4.
It was definitely a great pairing. I think it works good together. The cigar was middle of the road, very smokable. The bourbon was a little, I don't know what you want to say, but they came together pretty good.
They did come together very good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have to rate that.
Mm-hmm. This is called Bourbon and Cigar Pairing Show.
On the
So,
weekend.
on the weekend, which is
One-
not, Tuesday is officially the weekend.
Never do this
One
on the
bite,
weekend.
everybody knows the rules.
Todd, can you tell Dave that I'm off like tomorrow, Thursday? Be like,
Guys under the weather.
So
Yeah.
the pairing together, and I don't know. I haven't had an experience to see what you've done with ratings for the pairings over this whole thing, but I don't know, somewhere in the mid sevens.
Okay, so 7.
I would do this every night with that bourbon and this cigar.
True that.
For
So
sure.
7,
5.
7.5. I'm gonna give this a 7.8. So it's gonna average out. We'll call it a 7.7, right? This was actually a really good pairing. It's a nice cigar to go really well with that, right? It's good. It
That's,
doesn't hit 8.
that's 3 weeks in a row for a really good
What can I say?
parent.
I'm good with the cigars. You're good with the bourbon. No, but for real, I think the bourbon gets a lower rating this week. The pairing gets a higher rating. The cigar, if I was rating it, it would be down around where the bourbon was, to be honest with you. I wouldn't smoke this cigar alone.
Mhm.
I would smoke this with, a Baker 7
Mhm.
for sure.
Cool.
nice.
Maybe even with a black cherry bomb.
Yeah, I know. That's essentially what we're drinking.
I thought
It
you were
is.
still talking about his haircut.
It is pretty sexy.
I feel good. I feel good when I have it.
It's almost as sexy as Richie's haircut.
Similar vibes.
I did this myself.
I know. It's great. It's great.
Richie said he was going to CDL, and I swore I saw you at getting your barber's license, actually.
I don't know about that.
Wait, who in your family was a barber? Somebody was a barber in your family, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I stand corrected.
That's someone else.
I swear to God, I thought there was, though. Your grandfather or something.
No.
Okay. So Richie is an amazing pool shooter, just so everybody knows. Him, my dad, and their team was what?
Second at Moose States.
Second at Moose States.
Congrats.
Moose Club.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Very
pretty
good time.
awesome.
I love shooting with your dad.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a good shot too.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
You know what I learned from my dad the past couple years? And it's actually really good life advice too. So my dad, back in his heyday, when he shot all the time, I don't know if
With me.
with you
Yeah.
and your dad, were you at Vegas with him that one year?
Yeah.
So my dad took 9th place in Vegas for Nationals 9-ball the one year. That was the best he ever made. He was ranked number 9 in the fucking nation, right? In 9-ball, I think, wasn't it? Or was that
There
8-ball?
were a bunch of tournaments, but
The one that he rated like the highest, he like,
I can't remember.
yeah, I think it was
Like,
9-ball.
probably
that was 30 years ago.
It was 30 years ago. Anyway, you guys shot amazing pool back then. Your dad was amazing, an amazing pool shooter. Richie's dad, cab company all the way.
Yeah.
And he just had the mind. And he's like, fuck Williamsport, let's go to Wilkes-Barre, right? What was it? Red cab, blue cab?
Flowered cab, remember?
Flowered cab? Is that what it was? But didn't they like combine two and they were like arguing over who was the best and they bought both of them and people were still arguing, but they owned both the fucking cab companies.
Dude, that is,
It was
that
a
is the only
mastermind.
way to do
It was the only way. Like,
own both sides of the war.
Originally, the guy that owned the cab company in Williamsport owned a bunch of floor shops. Started here in Williamsport, went to York, Harrisburg, Wilkes-Barre. Yeah, flowered cabs were everywhere. Now, obviously, they're gone, but
yeah, it was great.
at the time.
Your dad was amazing. I loved your dad. Dick Johnson was the man.
Mhm.
And you know, every time I go down to the Eagles Club, I see the picture of Charlie Walker, and there's one more spot for a Charlie Walker tournament.
Mm.
And Charlie was like my second dad. Like my dad always took my brother. My brother was a little prima donna. Still maybe, John, I love you, but you know it's true. And like he would have my dad as the father-son tournament, and Charlie Walker would be my dad. I would be partners with Charlie.
No, that's I mean, Charlie Walker and my dad were probably the two guys that were, as far as pool in this area, that were, you know, I don't know what you want to call it.
OGs,
Yes,
for sure.
definitely.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Those two guys.
The whole crew. It was
Okay.
great. And chess. They all love to play chess.
Mhm.
Chess all night long. I'd be sleeping at my dad's house on the living room. Charlie, Dick, my dad would be just playing chess until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Crazy shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to bore you guys in
No, that's not
nostalgia and stuff.
billiards
Yeah.
and chess. It's not boring.
All right.
Tim Fink said we should try an old tub. We
Oh.
drank a bottle of old tub with Josh
That's one of my poker guys.
a couple months ago. Tim Fink?
Yeah.
Nice. So in my mind, we did it on the show, but we did not do a show for old tub. So
Tell them
I'm
only when
putting
we
it
go
on the
play
list.
poker. Only
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
go play poker.
Once, Tim, when you teach me how to play poker, we'll drink. You'll drink an entire bottle of old tub.
When you teach all of us how to play.
Yeah, right.
So,
We never played a game of poker in our life.
Yep.
little known fact about me: Sullivan County chess champion.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You from Sullivan County?
Yeah, I'm from Sullivan County. That's why I threw it out in the Tri-County talk.
Mhm.
Wow.
There's a lot of us out there.
All right.
Good stuff. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for
Cheers.
having me.
Got
It was
any
a,
left?
it was
Thanks
a
for coming
pleasure to
on.
be here.
Nobody's got any left. That's bad luck.
We'll get it
A little
again.
bit. Yeah. I think I got some.
Peace out.
Cheers.
Bye.